Good morning, everyone. We're live from Houston, Texas. This is Wednesday, October 24th, and show number 118. I'm so glad you joined me. I'm kind of sitting at a weird angle so that you can see the puppies. They decided to join us today. This is Tobia's head. I guess that doesn't show up on camera, but she might look up. Well, you know, they came home from 10 days of being lodged, and they were so excited they couldn't sleep very well. But I think they finally figured out that they're home for good for a while, because I took them out to the pool this morning to exercise them, and then they came in and they passed out on the sofa here, so I had to scoot them over to make room for me. Good morning, everyone. I got my comments right there, so if you see me look away, that's what I'm looking at. Captain Maggie's here, and Captain Sindet's here, and Captain Sandra. Good morning. It's good to see all of you. So, it's really cold here, but I just looked at the temperature and it's 67. It just makes me feel like I've been in the South so long, because 67 is like t-shirt weather where I come from. Right, Captain Maggie? Yeah, I wish it were just a tad bit warmer. We're getting hit, like I said yesterday, we're getting hit by Hurricane Willa that came off the coast. I haven't been able to find any news about Mexico. I hope they're okay. So I know it's pretty big when it hit, but it's moving really quickly through the area. So we're getting a lot of rain and it's cloudy out. So good morning, Captain April. It's good to see you. Yeah, I wish Tamaya would show her head. See, it's right here. This is her ear. She's so cute. It's cold though, because they're damp. We just kind of came in about a half hour ago. You know, they need their exercise. Good morning, Captain Lila. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been okay. So the good news is, for me, is things are starting to finally get back to normal. It's taken a few months, right, of things being upside down, but I feel like things are, in fact, I activated my attack plan for the first time in a long time. It was hard to keep up with it, with all the floors being torn up and we're moved into one room. So good morning, Captain Deborah, good to see you. So things are finally getting back to normal, and if you're new to Captain Housekeeper, I have an attack plan that I follow, and I put a printable version of it on my blog. So if you scroll through the show description, there's a bunch of links there. You might have to push a button that says show more. There's a printable version of my attack plan there, so you can follow along at home if you don't have one of your own. And then you can modify it as you go to fit your needs. But I am so happy that I'm finally able to get back in there and do my daily chores the way I like to do them. The way I did it is I set it up so my daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly chores, are all scheduled in Monday through Friday, so that my weekends are free for doing other things, you know, fun things or working outdoors or whatever. Spend time with the doggies. So it's nice to get back into the rhythm of that. Unfortunately, I'm still living in the dining room, because until the boxes are all emptied, until the boxes are all emptied out of the dining room, I can't put the dining room table in there. So the dining room and the bed and my desk with my computer are all in the bar, which is kind of cool, but it's also just way too cramped and it's not that much fun. So it'd be nice to get that all put back into place. But last night I ate dinner at the table for the first time in weeks, so that was really, really a treat. Had breakfast at the table too. I really like eating at the table. I enjoy the experience. It's very important to me. So they're out. Wake up. Wake up. They're just out. I might have to join them. I don't have time to join them, but I sure would like to. Oh, I'm so glad, Captain Deborah, you finally are able to participate in the chat room. I know it's been weeks and weeks since you've been able to, so I'm glad you got it worked out. It's always fun. If you're here watching live, please join in the chat room with everyone else. It's always fun to see you. 9 people are here. Hello, 9 people. If you're enjoying the show, please give the show a thumbs up before you leave. And also subscribe to the Captain Housekeeper YouTube channel. Captain Charles texted me that he's unable to join because he's working the polls. You know, he's a county employee, so he's working the polls, and they're doing early voting this week. So if you have early voting in your area, take advantage of it. You'll skip some lines. I like to go on election day. It's kind of exciting. So I like to go and stand in line, and, you know, all the hubbub, and get my little sticker. I voted. So I got my attack plan going again. That's very exciting. It's more exciting than it should be, but it makes me happy. So I got most of the laundry done yesterday. Like I said, I have to finish it up today, but I moved some stuff around in the dining room because that's where the dressers are, and they were all covered up. So I was unable to put clothes away until yesterday. So I moved some stuff around so I could get to the dressers. And that's made a huge difference because as I'm doing the laundry, I'm able to fold it and put it away. It's amazing. It's amazing once you're deprived of things like dressers and stuff, how clumsy life becomes, you know? You're tripping over stuff. And last night I don't know, you know, it's funny. You know how you have feelings, right? I had this feeling. And I reached out, and to Maya had a ball of socks, and she was walking past the bed like at 3 in the morning. And it was like, I just had a feeling something was off. You know, Labradors, I know other dogs too, but dogs and socks don't go well because they tend to eat them, and that causes big problems. So I just reached out, and sure enough, there was a wet, moist ball of socks into Maya's mouth. So those are all getting put away, so that's a big relief too. I think I might even get caught up on the laundry today, which would be the first time in a long time because it's hard to get caught up when you can't put stuff away. Half the time I think I'm rewashing stuff that's still clean because I didn't know if it was dirty or not. But we got to get this all worked out. Enough's enough. And I'm going to continue moving the boxes out of the dining room and put them in the rooms that they're going to go in, like what used to be my studio. Is going to be a guest bedroom library, so I put all the bookcases in there, so all the book boxes can go in there until they get unpacked. I'm hoping that even though everything's not completely unpacked, I could make enough room in the dining room to get the dining room set moved in there. There's so much drama here at my house. I have to go make a vet appointment because it's time for them to get their semi-annual. They called me when I was on vacation, and I wasn't able to make the appointment because my days are so hectic. I need to make the appointment like a day in advance only, in order to really be sure that I can make it to the appointment. So I have to call them, and I need to get that alarm fixed. My sister-in-law texted me yesterday and said, did you get the alarm fixed? I was like, I didn't get it. I was doing laundry. So I need to call Xfinity, which is never my favorite thing. If anybody from Xfinity is watching, I apologize for that comment, but it's not my favorite thing to call them. It's just not. So anyway, I need to call them and get the alarm fixed so that we don't have any more false alarms in the middle of the night. I've been setting the alarm and it hasn't gone off again accidentally, but you know, I don't feel like I can set it and forget it. It could go off at any time. So I got to get that fixed. And the other thing I need to do is I realized I bought a box of smoke detectors. You know, I don't know exactly. I'd have to look it up again. But there's certain rooms you're supposed to have smoke detectors in. And one of them is the bedroom. And since the bedroom's now getting moved to another room, that other room did not have a smoke detector in it because it wasn't necessary. According to the rules. So since we're rearranging and we're going to have a bedroom in another room, I feel like I need to get a smoke detector in there. So I bought a box of them the other day, and I'm going to go through the house and put in new smoke detectors. The ones that are here, I think are extremely old, based on, like, if you touch them, they crumble. The plastic is all dried out. So I'm going to just go ahead and put fresh smoke detectors. I went to Home Depot and I got a box of them. You know, there's like contractor boxes of things there, and it wasn't that expensive. So if you don't have enough smoke detectors in your house, just go to like a Home Depot. You can get a box of them. They're super easy to install, and then you don't have to worry about it. Please, if you don't have smoke detectors, because I know a lot of people don't put them in, please put them in. It could save your life. I don't know how many times I see on the news, it's like, oh, and they didn't have any smoke detectors. It's like, oh, if they had just had them, they might have gotten out in time. So that's my tip of the day. Put in smoke detectors. Let's see, some stuff came in here. Captain Maggie says, yes, your attack plan is different from mine, but the list is a good start. I agree, Captain Maggie. Thank you for that comment. You know, you have to start somewhere. And I know when I was first developing the attack plan, a lot of things got moved around as I went because it made more sense as I went. So if you haven't made one for your own home yet, it might not be super clear where you should start. So starting off mine might just be a way for you to go, oh, I see what you're doing here. You're making the beds every day and you're, you know, wiping down the toilets every 2 days or whatever. I can't remember exactly how it goes. But it's a way for you to just get everything done in a rhythm, you know. And there's only so many things. Like, for example, I have a list of things that need to be done monthly. Like, I wash the cars monthly. There are only so many of those things, so I try to, like, pump out the monthly chores as quickly as possible so the rest of the month is free and I can do other things with my time. So if you have a nice rhythm to doing the chores, I think it's guaranteed your house is always going to be kind of in order, which is what we all want, right? It's what we all hope for. It's just, there's just so much to do, isn't there? Yes, Maggie, laundry is more important. Captain Sindette says, our smoke detectors came with a security system, but we also installed lifetime smoke detectors in the bedrooms. Good for you, Captain Sindette. That's really, really smart. More is always better than less. It's like, I mean, there's no such thing as overkill when it comes to smoke detectors. Put them everywhere you can so that if some mishap does happen, nobody needs to get hurt. You know, there's always plenty of time if they're installed properly. Captain Maggie said, there are new smoke detectors that come with guaranteed 10-year batteries. Wow. You know, I hadn't heard of that, Captain Maggie, so I'm going to have to look that up. Guaranteed 10-year batteries. The thing that drives me nuts is every, I don't know how many months, they start chirping. Guaranteed, they start chirping in the middle of the night. It's like, stop it. What do you want from me? And then you have to go up a ladder in the middle of the night and change the batteries. Captain Deborah says, my attack plan is to wait for the boys to graduate and move out. Then I would get into the rhythm of cleaning the house. Well, you got to have a plan, Deborah. That's hilarious. Yeah, well, my attack plan this summer was wait till the floors were done, so I'm right on board with you there. The house turned upside down during this process because, you know, I did the best I could, but there's no way I was going to get everything put away. There's no way everything was going to be tidy and neat every single day. It just was impossible. And if you have a couple of teenage boys in the house, I could see why that would be impossible. It's all good, though. Okay, yeah, so that's my day. I got lots of stuff to do. There's the puppies. Sound asleep. Tamaya didn't make an appearance, but here's her ear. She's so cute. Here's her little foot, her little beans. She's so cute. Oh, scratchy, scratchy. So anyway, folks, well, I'm glad you stopped in. Thank you for coming in. If you're enjoying these shows, like I said, please give them a thumbs up. Share Captain Housekeeper channel with all your friends. I could use some more subscribers. A year's gone past and I didn't hit my 1,000 subscriber mark, so I'm falling a little behind my goals. So help me out. Share this channel with all your friends. I appreciate it. And if you're watching the recorded version in the future, please go ahead and leave comments if you want. I read them and respond to them in a timely manner. I'd love to hear from you. I know a lot of people can't watch it live, so leave some comments. I want to hear from you. I want to see who's watching. It'll be fun. Okay, who's here? Oh, Captain Lila. Just because you're in charge of your house doesn't mean you have to do everything. Automate and delegate whenever possible. If you're new to Captain Housekeeper and you're wondering what that means, there's a blog post with a link in the show description to automate and delegate. It's one of my biggest soapbox statements. You have to automate and delegate. There's too much to do for one person. And say it with me, everyone. No matter what life throws at me, I have the ability to make this a fantastic day. Okay, I love you guys so much. I'm so glad you stopped by. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time, 11 a.m. Central in the USA. Bye-bye.